Is it easier to skate transition on a shape board like that?
Wouldn't say easier, it's fun though. I think it works for any board. Any board is good for transition, but definitely is nice to have a lot more area to put your feet.
Like, because it's wider?
Oh, definitely. I think it's definitely.
So it's not necessarily the shape, it's the width of the board that you like?
The width is sick, but obviously I love the shape.
I mean, yeah.
I think that the shape board definitely helps with a lot of tricks, especially since the tails are bigger.
Okay.
Side tricks work really well.
Okay.
A lot more space to put your feet.
Dude,
a lot more area to grab if you're doing grab tricks.
Okay.
I really like skating shape boards.
Yeah.
Every day of my life, so.
I mean, they're fun for you, right?
Yeah, they're super fun for me, and I love skating transition, so it just works out.
That was crazy. I like how every trick you do, you don't do any like weird in-between tricks to like stall the line. Like you don't just go up an axle stall, or you don't just do a rock to fakie to set up for the other trick. You're like doing a trick each time you're setting up for another harder trick. That's kind of crazy. There's no real advantage to the fact that it's not a popsicle shape.
I wouldn't say not, but I wouldn't say yes. I mean, you
Got
can
it.
skate just as well with a popsicle shape, but if you skate with a shape board on ramps, there's definitely a lot more room for fun, I'd say.
Got
There's
it.
a lot more room for tail slides. There's a lot more room for doing a lot of foot plant tricks, just because there is so much more area, and all the little divots all usually like help with certain tricks. So
Got it.
I think that's pretty sick about it.
So it's like kind of just, it's your preference.
It's a preference for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good preference though. I'd say everyone should be skating skateboards.
Okay.
In my opinion. You're skating one right now.
So you just answered you already answered the other question I was going to ask. I was going to ask why you like skating shape boards, but you kind of just answered that.
Love them. They're the best thing in the world.
Oh, you good?
Yeah.
So Chris is really tired because he was just at the YMCA skate camp for an entire week, and then he said he's going to Germany next week for 2 weeks. That was sick though. Why do you like skating transition so much? Because you're like kind of, I would consider you a transition skater.
Yeah,
like a ramp skater.
I like skating both, but I grew up skating ramps. Like my whole indoor skate park in Indiana, it has to be indoor because it snows and rains most of the year, and then when it's in the summer, it's like deathly humid and hot outside.
Right.
So we have an indoor park made out of all skate light called Killer, and it's very ramp based. Every ramp leads into another ramp. So we have rails and stuff, but like those rails, you have to drop into a ramp to hit the rails and hit the stairs. So I've always been used to that. We have like a big mini ramp there with a spine and everything. So I think it's just the environment I grew up in was way more ramp oriented than street.
Interesting.
There wasn't very many street spots either. I mean, our street spots were terrible. There was like nothing. So
Yeah.
a lot of ramp inside of the skate park instead is where I kind of learned my roots of skateboarding. Ooh.
Wow. Dude, that was like a 25-second banger line. First try, and you've never tried it?
No.
That's crazy. I just suggested Chris try that, blunt pivot to fakie, and he just did it first try.
It's pretty fun though.
That's sick.
It's a fun little trick.
You can figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, you got one of those?
Do I?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I do.
You can say no. Wow. What the fuck? I'm actually not sure what I don't think I know your limits on mini ramp. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to skate so much street lately that I don't really like.
You're like,
do a lot of them.
yeah, you're mixing some of it up in here.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Pivot fakie the extension. Like nothing. Dude, you want to know what else is really interesting? When I grew up skating, because it was like the early 2000s. You grew up skating in what, like 2010s?
I was, 2012 is when I...
Okay, so early 2010s is like when you kind of grew up skating. So I was early 2000s. And in the early 2000s, you know how like in Street League now, or in all the contests like Do Tour and stuff, they have a section called Park.
Yeah.
There's like street, then there's park, and then there's like, is there a ramp section?
So the X Games that's going on right now in Ventura has street, park, and vert.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's serving my point of nowadays, you have a lot more kids, I think, that are more comfortable skating transition that flows together from ramp to ramp and line to line. But I feel like when I grew up skating, it was mostly like everyone could skate mini ramps, but like to skate a park that was like, you know, maybe a park that's like up in Oregon, or like a park that's like transition designed to constantly run into one another, it was a different thing. But people got good at skating mini ramps, but it's totally different. Yeah. But it's interesting because I feel like are specifically pretty good at skating mini ramps, and I feel like that's something that's like before your time.
Oh, really?
So like you caught on to this thing that was like before you.
Oh my gosh, I almost knocked off the...
I know, I saw it jumped.
Oh my god, the tail end of it.
Yeah, and I mean maybe you just being comfortable skating transition
insane.
also just translates really well to mini ramp. Maybe that's what it is, because I think like anyone who skates transition nowadays is like really comfortable on a mini ramp. But I just remember when I was growing up skating, mini ramp was like a thing because we had like Day One, cheese and crackers,
best video ever.
like all that shit. Yeah,
no, I've always skated mini ramp, so it's super sick to like see them places, especially here in California. It's not as common. They just don't really have as many here.
No, it's just like ramps that
Way
lead
more.
into other
Yeah,
shit.
and if even that, I mean, some parks here are just plazas, so it's like sick to skate a mini ramp, because like if I could skate one thing for the rest of my life, it'd just be a mini ramp.
Yeah.
It's fine. It'd be the
Yeah.
best thing in the world. So
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to have.
it's really fun.
And you got access to this one whenever you want.
Yeah, it's a really bad one. It's a really bad one.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Nice, dude. You all right? So Chris said backtails are hard for him, which I find hard to believe given that we saw him kickflip backtail stall and like big spin disaster stall.
I just can't slide the back tail.
You can do it on a ledge though.
Yeah?
Are you talking backtail do that. Push. All you gotta do is push.
Push!
I was trying to push him to get it, but
Ah!
nice, dude.
Now Dale wants to show me how it's done.
I mean, I just want to. We need one.
Whoa!
Crazy.
Woo! That was good. That was crazy. Wow, dude.
Wow. 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 Dude.
Wow, Cody.
Dude, you already won. You can stop. You won. Like that?
Your life flashed before my eyes on that. Wow.
There it was.
I'm tired.
Mini ramp skater.
You gonna do the back tail now?
Try to do a back tail.
I'm sweating, so you gotta do it.
It's on a weird year, but you can.
Wow. Dude, push. You got it. Bend those knees. Dude, what? Mr. I can't do it. Whoa!
Not rock to fakie.
Wow. I like how you said you can't back tail and yours was like twice as long as mine and like
I can't
like
back
actually
out.
pulled up.
I never do them.
That was good, dude.
Thank you.
Whoa!
Dude, that was so sick. Yeah!
Fucking Cody, dude. Hell yeah. Dude, the accident fucking to shove it to 5-0 was crazy. Wow, that's sick. This is for $100. Wow.
And that is a fun mini ramp session on a skateboard. Thank you guys for watching.